I can teach anybody anything about sales to turn them into a killer as long as they're willing to be taught and have hunger for growth.
This ain't it, this cause I say it respectfully. It's time to eat up, right like a speeder. Taking it deeper and that's how it better be. I never let the comparison get to me. I just remember the promises meant for me. I know the enemy and that he sent for me. I keep the blood of the lemons, my centerpiece. I cannot trust in no crystals or energy. Look at the chemistry, it do not even mix chemically. Most of the tricks, they be gimmicks, they mimic the truth. It's poison and we got the remedy.
And what we're looking for is people that are hungry, wanting to hustle, wanting to break through walls, wanting to go after that legendary status.
Show me the chicken, I'm frying it.
They say you ain't bout it. Tell them that you finna make it, but they doubt it. But you rose like the flower. Tell me what it's like to live with superpowers.
I don't know, but I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I just know that I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I'ma get it.
What's up, guys? I'm Kyle Milan. It's Tuesday, so you know what time it is for those of you that have been watching the content. It's time to talk about industrial marketing. We're not going to talk much about sales today, but there will be some nuggets in here for you sales folks. And if you guys are in sales watching this and you need to push this stuff over to your marketing team, be like, hey, you guys need to watch this live. All of the lives are on replay in LinkedIn, but the better experience is going to be on YouTube. We're going to drop a comment in the comment section below once this is done to anybody that's looking for the full replay. If you guys are new to the content, go over to YouTube after the live today. Subscribe to my channel. Just type my name in. You will find it. Turn on those notifications so you can be alerted every single time that we post new content. And we're posting a ton of content. Everything we talk about here is about industrial marketing and industrial sales. Or for those of you out there, manufacturing marketing and manufacturing sales. This is what I've done for the last 23 years of my life, has been invested into manufacturing. Started out in engineering, technician, got into sales, started the agency 8 years ago, Manufacturing Tribe. We are the #1 leading industrial sales and marketing agency in the world. We've got clients ranging from small in the single-digit millions up to the 3-digit billions. So it does not matter the size of the company. If you guys are trying to dominate in your space, in your vertical, and you're looking for the team that is going to do it with you, for you, and be very competitive, that is us. So we go live every single Tuesday of the week, talk about industrial marketing. Every other Thursday, we talk about industrial sales. If you guys aren't following me on LinkedIn, hit that follow button. Please send me a connection request if you guys are in manufacturing. If there's anything we can do to help you out, head over to mfgtribe.com. Let's get on a conversation and talk about your problems. Today, we're talking about video. For those of you that have watched my content for the last 3 years, I talk about video a lot. And why is it? It's because video is what's going to get the most levels of engagement and make you guys in manufacturing stand out. How do we know this? We do this for companies every single day. We have a video team of 4 in-house, no outsourcing. Everything's done internally. We traveled to 27 cities last year alone shooting video content for our clients, and we do things different. Most industrial companies hire a video production company to come, create a video, 2-minute, 3-minute, 4-minute long. They spend $10,000, $15,000 on that. That goes on their website. That's it. But that does not work as well these days and hasn't for at least 3, 4, 5 years. So we produce a significant amount of content. Over 1,500 videos were made last year alone by our team for our clients alone, not to mention this content in this channel. So today we're talking about the power of video marketing in the industrial sector. That's all we're going to talk about. I'm going to share with you our strategy, what we do for customers every day, what data we have to support it. Let's get into it. If you guys have comments before we get into it, put comments in the comment section below. We will throw those up on the screen while we are talking, and then I will answer every single comment after we come back from the break, which is once I'm done going through typically my 3 to 5 bullet points. Today I've got 5 bullet points. Let's get into it. Bullet point number 1. What color do we want to do today, Laura?
Blue.
Let's do blue. We're going blue. Alex had blue last week. So number 1, we're going to start with the strategy. What is the strategy for videos? Specifically, I want to talk about a couple of areas. So we're going to talk about the length. We're going to talk about, these are my bullet points come in handy. The quantity. We're going to talk about the quality. And we're going to talk about the placement. So this is where people usually get it wrong, right? They think video and they think, oh, Kyle's talking about long videos, 3, 4, 5 minutes long. That's wrong. Let's first talk about the length. So you guys have to have a balance from a length standpoint. You have to have a balance of long form videos and you have to have a balance of short form videos. Why is that? Long form videos are great for people that want to go deeper. But when you're talking about placement of these on different channels and different areas, which we'll get into where you guys are going to place these, you have to have bite-sized pieces. The whole goal of video marketing is for you to separate yourself from the competition. Even today, there's not many companies that are doing it as aggressively, unless they're working with us. They're not doing it aggressively. What can we typically see? What do you guys typically see in the manufacturing sector as far as the types of videos that you see? You'll see some long-form content. You'll see some videos that have nobody in the actual video, and it's just like text on screen to where it's B-roll footage of something happening, a CNC machine doing something, some fork trucks doing something, some automation equipment, and then it's just text on screen, right? So there's a couple of different types of videos that are out there that are going to drive different types of awareness and cause different types of interactions. So we got the long-form video, which is going to be interview style content. That's number one. Then the second from that is going to be shorts, or what we call here in our office is MCs, which stands for micro content. So when we shoot a long form video, 3, 4, 5 minutes long, let's just say the staple for everybody is going to be the About Us, right? The About Us video that talks about everything that it is that you do. The About Us is then cut into shorter pieces and clips, something that's easily digestible that you can share out onto different platforms. So this is how you get to the volume that you need, but you have to go into it knowing that I'm going to create a long-form video. I'm going to create shorter content from that video. I'm going to have the video team, hopefully us here at MFG Tribe, will just do it for you. But I'm going to create shorter content that maybe isn't even seen in that long-form video. It's not as simple as saying, here's a 5-minute video, create 10 1-minute long or 30-second long videos. Out of those 5 minutes, I've got 10 now short videos that are 30 seconds long. It's not that simple. You can do that in some areas, but you want the short form video content to still tell a story or complete a thought from start to finish. You can't always do that if you're just taking a 5-minute video and just chopping it up into little pieces, right? So you got to say, all right, going into this, I know I need long form and I know I need short content, and I'm going to make a commitment to both. This is the strategy that works. We've been doing this for the last 3.5 years, and it's going to get the most levels of engagement. Now, when we talk about quantity, this is where people get typically uncomfortable. They're like, how many videos do I need to make? For a single client of ours, we make anywhere between, like, if we're not doing a full program on video, we make anywhere between 50, 60 videos a year up to 100, 120, 130. It depends on the strategy. And you're like probably thinking like, dude, 100 videos a year, how is that even possible? It is very much possible. If you think about everything that is that you do, so talk about, let's say you're on the service side, one service you offer, let's say it's CNC machining. You offer CNC machining, right? And let's say milling. You've got the lathe and you've got the milling. On the milling, if you broke down everything that is that you do, types of materials that you're working with, what's the type of engineering support that you have from a design standpoint, FMEA, all that stuff. When you look at the working footprint of size of things that you can do, you can have a video for that. When you talk about the industries, each one of those industries can be a video. When you talk about client successes, things that you've had to overcome, all of those are videos. So if you take a step back and think about like everything that we do for this one service, there is probably at least 50 to 100 videos when you break it down at that level. It's not 50 to 100 5-minute videos. It's going to be a couple of longer videos. Maybe one is on your individual service. We do CNC machining, CNC milling, let's say. CNC milling, these are our capabilities. These are the type of equipment we have, the machines, the footprint, et cetera, 3-axis, 5-axis, whatever. We do cobots and we do all these things, right? Then you're talking about materials, you're talking about industries. That's in one general long form video. Then when you talk about each one of those verticals within that, the types of equipment you have, that's a video. The industries that you serve, you can have just an industry video and then break down all of the different industries that you serve. So automotive is a video, aerospace is a video, medical is a video, industrial is a video, like, right? Space is a video, government and defense. Those are all individual videos. They don't have to be 2 to 5 minutes long for each one of those. Those could just be 30-second, 60-second videos. So you have to focus on the quantity, because where you're going to be placing these and where you're going to be pushing them out to, it's all about getting attention from the market. And if the market is used to seeing things every single day, and you post like, oh, there's that dude, post that one video we did, and you're expecting that video to just crush it, it's not going to happen. You'll get some attention behind it, but you have to look at it and say, I need videos every week. So at a minimum, I need 52 videos to post at least one every week. Doesn't matter if it's long or short. Maybe week 1 you post long form, week 2 you post a short, then week 3 is a short, 4 is a short, then you go back to long form. You can figure out your schedule internally if you have a department. So like more frequently now, even on a call we had just last week, this company has a video person, right? They're making videos for it, but they can't do the quantity because they have to do all of the production, all of the storyboarding, all of the strategy behind it, and they just can't produce enough videos to keep up with the demand. But if you're trying to stand out and break through the noise and get attention, then you have to produce a lot of content. It used to be more true for articles, right? If you're going to write an article, you're not going to just do like one order. You're going to want to do as many as possible. The same things with video, and it's a lot easier to deal with quantity because you can shoot it and chop it up into different areas. When you have an article, you can write an article, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 words, and you can take little pieces of that article and create long form posts on social with it, specifically on LinkedIn. You can do that. You can pull some of that copy and do teaser stuff onto your website. That can work too. But with videos, it's so much easier. So then you get into the quality, right? So the quality of the videos, it does not have to be super high production value. It does not have to. Ideally, it would be working with an agency like us. But if you guys are like, hey, I don't have a budget to devote to that, that's fine. Pick up your phone and use your phone. It could be so simple. You cannot use the excuse of I don't have the budget to do it, because there is no budget really needed to get yourself into it. So grabbing your phone and just filming something in the office, or walking up to your boss and asking them a question and just recording it right then and there, or you doing it yourself and just put it on a tripod or hold it with your arm on your desk like this, and just shooting a video talking about a service that you offer, talking about something that you just came across. There is no way you can possibly use the excuse of like, dude, I don't have time. That's an excuse. You do have time, it's just not important. And I'm here to tell you that is significantly important. I don't have the equipment. You do. It's in your pocket every single day. Especially the iPhone 15, which I don't even have a 15. I think this is a 14. Shoots sometimes better quality content, or at least equivalent quality, as a nice DSLR camera. So like the cameras that we use, we have 4 of them in the office right now just for this live. These are high quality cameras with high quality lenses, very expensive. But your phone, for all you Apple people out there, and even the Android people, I'm sure you guys have like the Samsung whatever, has like a 50 megapixel camera on it, right? Your phone is just as good. If anything, put some money into a Bluetooth recording device, right, to get audio. Because with video, it's more important. The audio is more important than the actual video. People are listening to it. So you want to, ideally, if you're going to use your phone and say, I'm just using your phone, get a cheap $20 tripod that you can get off Amazon, and get a wireless mic that you can just plug into the bottom of your phone and then put on the person. That's all you basically need. So don't come at me and say, I don't have the resources. Start with the phone. Then you want to upgrade from there. Get a tripod. Want to upgrade from there. Get a Bluetooth mic system plugs into your phone. Upgrade from there. Just hire our team to do it. Or if you're like, I want to go from 0 to 100 real quick, just like Drake said, you need to just hire the video team and let us do it all for you, because we do the strategy and everything. So the quality does not have to be there. It's more about audio than it is a video. And remove the excuses that you have saying like, dude, I have no budget for it. You do, you just don't want to do it, or it's making you feel uncomfortable, right? If you don't want to be the face of the company, if you don't want to be the talking head, then find somebody in the office that is. And if nobody's in the office and you're in marketing or you're in sales, take on that role. I promise you, we have shot, I don't even know, Laura, probably like a few thousand videos of that I've shot. And I hated them at first. And now it's just like I'm talking directly into the lens. I don't look away too much. It's just part of my normal routine now, right? Since COVID happened, and the industrial and manufacturing people are more used to doing Zooms and Google Meets and Microsoft Teams, you're used to being on video. It's just like if you're talking to a potential customer on video or you're talking to an internal team on video, it's the same thing. So just remove it from your mindset of the block of like, how do I look? Did I say this right? Who cares? Nobody cares how you look. Nobody cares if you said it exactly how it should be. You should just come from the heart, speak from your center and be like, this is what I'm passionate about. This is what we have to offer. I promise you it is worth it. The last thing in this first bullet point is going to be the placement. Where am I going to place these videos? You want to place these videos initially on your website. We'll get into the exact spots of it, but you're going to focus on your website, social media, and YouTube. With social, only LinkedIn. For right now, unless you're in a specific niche where Instagram can work, then forget about Instagram, forget about Facebook. You got to keep in mind, Facebook is for the employees. The employees want to brag about where they work at, all levels of employees, not just the top and not just the bottom. Everyone wants to brag about what they work at, where they work at. Then you got a company Facebook page that's posting cool stuff, inner office stuff, et cetera, right? They can share it out with their friends and be like, dude, I work there. Sometimes on Instagram with machining companies, people make cool parts, that can work. But really, let's just start with LinkedIn. So you got to post on social. And the placement of this, you have to look at the platform and determine, based on the platform, how do I want to post this up? Most marketing people are going to tell you like, dude, mobile is most of your traffic. It's 50, 60, 70% of traffic comes to your site from a mobile device. That is not true for industrial. That is not true for manufacturing. It's still only about 30% roughly of your traffic is coming from mobile, unless you're in a specific niche. So don't come and fact check me. We've got data to support it every single month. We review it with our customers and look at source of it, where do they come from, where do they land on, all that stuff. We go through all the data every single month with our clients, and still 5, 6, 7 years later, after the marketing people said, dude, everything's going mobile, it's not for industrial. Think about the mindset and what it is that the person's thinking about when they're looking for your services or your products. Maybe it comes from the phone sometimes, but for the most part, they're on a laptop or, God forbid, a desktop. And they're looking for your services or your products. They're in a meeting, they're in their office, etc. They're looking for you, they're on a desktop. So if they're on LinkedIn, it's still like, right now, it's still like 50-50. Half of the people are on mobile, half of the people are on desktop. So you got to understand that when I'm posting this on LinkedIn, when I'm sharing out this video, putting it as a post on our company page or your personal page, I like to just go straight up mobile, because mobile doesn't look that bad on desktop. You get the black bars on the right and left-hand side because it's not fit for that type of device and screen. But I know that from the mobile experience standpoint, what I focus on is the amount of vertical space that it takes up when you're scrolling. So if I can make this video ridiculously long, even on desktop, if I can make it go like 2 full scrolls, I would. But the vertical format, when you upload it to desktop, it still takes up more vertical space. So just think about that. Somebody's scrolling through their feed, you're taking up more vertical space. Therefore, it's going to capture their attention for a little bit more time. On mobile, it's definitely going to capture their attention for more time because you're taking up the full screen versus like a little square box. So the landscape or horizontal way of doing the videos that are great for desktop aren't great for mobile. So for LinkedIn, I just say, look, half the traffic coming from mobile, half is from desktop. Let's look at the experience a little bit more and say, the vertical format on mobile works the best, and it also extends the vertical scroll on desktop. So let's just stick with vertical on that. Now we do a mix of both, and then we check it, how many people engaged, clicked, watched it, et cetera, But you want to look at, okay, the placement on social is going to be a mix of horizontal and vertical, but short form content has to be natively uploaded. So you have to go into LinkedIn, upload your native video, schedule a post out, which is great that LinkedIn's got scheduling now to where you can schedule posts out for 2 weeks. You don't have to use a third party like Hootsuite, Buffer, any people like that. What's the other? Sprout Social. You don't have to use those. You can do it natively within LinkedIn. It just doesn't give you as much control or functionality because you've got one single channel. But for those of you that don't have multi-channels and aren't managing multi-channels, you can just upload it natively into LinkedIn, schedule it out, upload the native video. So long form is going to be for a link to YouTube. So you want to place this on YouTube, the long form video, and also place the shorts on YouTube. YouTube came out a year ago and said, hey, dude, TikTok's kicking our butt, right? TikTok is taking over from short form content. Everybody's going to that platform. And you may be like, oh, I don't post my work stuff on TikTok. That's fine. But most people are consuming information on TikTok. So because of that, YouTube said, dude, I need to step up my game and I need to make it to where we're pushing shorts more. And they're trying to take creators from TikTok and say, give us exclusivity on YouTube and I'll pay you all this money. So a year ago, they started investing more time into promoting YouTube shorts. Now we're at a year later and they're still pushing it hard. Instagram is still trying to catch up with TikTok. They're fighting over with YouTube. YouTube's the second largest search platform in the world, second to Google. That's not going away. It's not going to be different anytime soon. So your shorts, your short form content, 15, 30, 60 seconds, upload it to your YouTube channel. You could get 2, 3, 5, 6,000 views in a day if you do a YouTube shorts. There's no description. All it is like one sentence, hashtag shorts. That tells YouTube, vertical format, it's a short. I'm going to throw it into the shorts feed. More people are going over to that. So you've got long form, horizontal, and short on LinkedIn. LinkedIn has to be uploaded natively. Then you've got the long form videos hosted on YouTube so you can embed it places. And then you want to make sure that the shorts are also uploaded into it. And then we'll get into the website here next. But you have to think about the placement. When I'm creating this video, what am I going to do with it? Where am I putting it? Ideally, you want to create it specific to the platform. You don't want to just be like, I'm just going to shoot content and just throw it up everywhere. You want to make it, try and make it specific to the platform. Like, all right, this is going on LinkedIn. LinkedIn's got an editing program in it to where you can add stuff to your videos. We don't use it because we do it all offline in our Adobe suite, but you can add stuff to it. And the other thing is with those short form videos, if possible, don't rely on the captioning on LinkedIn. If you have a team or if you have somebody in-house or if you're using an agency, have them add captions to it. That's the ideal state because not everybody has auto captioning put on. So we talked about placement. Let's talk specifically about the website. So you got your strategy. Is everybody good with that? This is your strategy. You got different length. You got high quantity. The quality should be there if you're trying to do super high polish, but don't worry about it. Don't focus too much on being perfect. And then you've got the placement of it. Let's talk about number 2, which is going to be the website. So this is what typically most industrial companies are like. I got a video. I'm going to put it up on my website, and there we go. Here's where you want to focus on your website from a strategy standpoint. You want to go to your marketing team or go to yourself if you are that marketing team or the owner and look at your top 5 most landed on pages and your top 5 most visited pages. Those are 2 different things. You're going to see some overlap. I've talked about this so much with SEO even and optimization, but look at it and say, what are the top 5 or maybe 10 if you want to, if you're feeling a little bit ambitious, go over those top 10. What are the top 10 pages that people are landing on the most? Now, number 1 is most likely going to just show up in Google Analytics as a /. That means it's your homepage. Homepage is typically about 50%, 30 to 50%. And for companies that haven't been focusing on it, sometimes more. 30 to 50% of your traffic is going to land on your homepage first. But most industrial people, especially at smaller companies, 30, 20, 10, 5 million a year in revenue are like, no, they always see the homepage first. They don't. They type something in Google, they click on something on LinkedIn, they run across an ad, they're searching something, they hear about your company, they type it in. Homepage is typically where they go the most, 30 to 50% of the time. But then you start looking at the second and the third and the fourth and the fifth. And what you want to do, if you're looking at lowest hanging fruit, Kyle, I'm going to do a video strategy and we're going to do it all in-house. Cool. Where should we focus on first? What should be the first videos? Look at your top 5 most landed on pages. Because if there's a spot on that page for you to put a video, you need to create that video first. You're already getting attention. You've already done something with your brand. You've already done something with advertising. You've already done something to get attention around yourself to where that is your top landed on page or your top 5. Utilize that attention. It's traffic already going to that page. They're already going there. But most people don't focus on the top 5 landing on pages. They're just like, oh, I want to push this service. I want to push this product. I want to push this industry. Okay, that's cool. But if you don't have a lot of traffic going to there, then they're not really going to see it, right? It's like you're going through all these steps to create content to push on that page that not many people see. So step one is look at top landing on page. It's my homepage. I want a video there halfway through, in the top third section, down at the bottom, whatever. That's going to be number one. Number two is going to be look at your second, third, fourth, fifth landed on pages. You need a video on those pages. They don't have to be long form video. They could be shorter videos. But if you've got full capability to say, I'm going to create all of this content, top 5 landed on pages. Number 2 is going to be your top 5 most visited pages. Just because I go to your homepage does not mean that I'm going to stay there. I'm going to go to your homepage and I'm going to click on this service. I'm going to click on About Us or Who We Are, whatever you guys call it. I'm going to do those things. And what I'm saying when I say that there's going to be some overlap, your most visited pages should also be your most landed on pages. To a certain extent, you'll probably see, like, if you're going after 5, you'll probably see 2 or 3 that are the same, right? You've got 2 or 3 on the most visited pages that are also on your top 5 landed on pages. So don't think like, oh my God, I got to create 10 videos. You may not. But if you expand it out and you're like, I'm feeling ambitious, I want to go the top 10. All right, top 10 most landed on, top 10 most visited. How much traffic is going there a month? It's 238. It's 2,038. Whatever that number is, already attention going to that, boom, place a video. It's no different than what you do with advertising. If you're trying to draw attention to something, we got a new machine. We're in a new vertical. We've got a new article. You got attention going to that page, throw a call to action in it. The cool thing is that if you don't have a lot of video content on your site already, you throwing up that one video there and it has to be embedded. You don't want it to be a click to then play it somewhere else. Either embed it on YouTube, embed it on Vimeo, Wistia, whatever. Embed it to where they click, that plays within your page. It doesn't open up a new page. They're able to watch it firsthand. That is the ideal user experience that you want to have. They click and view it. So on the web page, then maybe you scroll down further and you're like, hey, this section gets a lot of attention because maybe you're doing heat map tracking. You know, like people scroll down to here, boom, video right there. So it's no different than you're just trying to draw attention to it. Articles, hey, I want to call to action here to read this new article. I want to pop up on this page. So many people come to this page. After 7 seconds, I want to pop up that says, check out our new blog post. You've already got the attention there. You need to put something in front of your face. That's how you're going to do on the website. So it's the top landed on pages, top 5 most landed on, and top 5 most visited. If you guys are like, I have no idea what this is, number one, you better have Google Analytics on your site for you smaller companies. Make sure you have Google Analytics on it. And number 2, just Google search top 5 most landed on pages on GA4, which is Google Analytics 4. I'm not going to walk through it, but it's basically you go under engagement, and then it's like what is it? It's engagement, and then the top, there's like a landed on section. You can say here's the screen path or here's the page URL for it, and you can see it right away. Look at the last 30 days, and if you're like oh, last 30 days there's been a change, look at the last 6 months. Look at the last 12 months. Look at the last 2 years. I want to look at the last 2 years of data. What page gets the most? Okay, this is the scope of it, and then go 12 months, 6 months, last 3 months, because it could change. You may have somebody in the last 30 days because you posted an article, it got indexed by Google, it's getting a lot of attention. That might be it. So place a video that's a way to start with the strategy is like, what am I going to shoot videos for? Start there. Just start with your top 5 most landed, top 5 most visited. Number 3, the other strategy point is social. Social is so powerful, and specifically, we're going to talk about LinkedIn. LinkedIn. So this is where you guys can get stuff relatively quickly, depending on what you do. So you want to make sure that the videos, like I already said, are in vertical format, ideally. Upload them natively. Ideally, add captions to the videos, because I've been in so many offices, meetings, and sat in rooms where people are just like, they're just scrolling on their phone like this, and it's like they're watching something, right? They stop, pause scrolling. Are they reading? Or are they watching? And a lot of times they're watching a video on silent, right? And like I said, LinkedIn has auto caption, just like on this live we're doing right now. It's got auto caption up there. If you don't turn it off, it stays up there. But with your videos, throw your caption up there. have your video team do captioning. There's tons of programs out there that will auto caption. It's not going to be 100% perfect, but there's tons of programs out there that are going to do it. So you want to upload the native horizontal and the vertical. The native horizontal is going to be embedded YouTube. It's just a link. The vertical is going to be embedded into YouTube or into LinkedIn, and it's going to native play. So people can click play. It stays within the platform. That's what LinkedIn wants. And you got to make sure that these are short form videos. Like, I don't know if LinkedIn has, I think LinkedIn has a limit on the length. Laura, do they still have a limit on the, yeah, I don't think that they have, I think they have a limit on the size of the video. I know that for sure. I don't know if they're necessarily limiting the length still like they used to, where it has to be under 60 seconds. They've made lots of changes to it, but that's what you want to focus on, is that short form content. Again, like I said in the first point, it does not have to be the highest quality. Shoot a video. If anybody's done this, put it in the comment section and say this works. You just think about it strictly from the standpoint of, I'm trying to stand out. Well, but Kyle, like, I work for a big company. We're doing lots of videos. They post them onto the company page. I share them from the company page onto my page. Cool. What about your competitors? Oh, they do the same thing. All right. So how are you going to stand out? I go, like, when we look at competition for our customers, I go deep. I went, okay, from a company standpoint, they're both basically doing the same thing. Employees are both sharing them out there. Whether they put their thoughts on it or they don't, they're sharing out the videos. But let's look at those individual employees. Let's look at the salespeople. Let's look at the marketing people. Let's look at their followers. How many connections do they have? Are they using LinkedIn as a sales tool like they should? And if you guys are like, Kyle, I don't know, like, we don't use LinkedIn as a sales tool, put I want to see it live in the comment section, or I want automation, and we will send you a link. We'll post a link. Laura's going to throw it up on the screen. A link to a webinar I'm giving. What is that, tomorrow, Laura? Tomorrow at 2 o'clock, I'm giving a full webinar showing all of the secrets of LinkedIn automation. So if you guys want to know how to automate your LinkedIn to a certain extent that I've been doing for over 6 years and that we do for our customers, you need to subscribe to this webinar and watch it. This is not going to be public. This is not going to be live on LinkedIn. This is a specific webinar that we're giving that you guys have access to. But if, let's say that they're not using it, I want to try and stand out from those guys. I want my company's, my customer sales team to stand out from everybody else. And if that means that, like, the company's producing videos and that's great, you got to pick up that phone and you have to create your own videos. Whether it's forward facing or not, you have to stand out. That is the only way that it's going to work. You can write long form posts. You can do a picture of yourself, your family, whatever. You can try and get attention like that, throw up a meme, throw up a video, like customize it somehow, like take one of the company videos and just record it and then make some edits to it yourself. You can do all that. But what's so much easier is just like, hey guys, it's Joe from ABC Company. Just want to touch base. I'm traveling today. I'm going to see customers in Plymouth, Minnesota. And I just wanted to share something that just came across, is this one potential customer is having this issue. And this is something I see a lot, and blah, 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 blah. And then throw it up on LinkedIn. This stuff works. I promise you 100% if you do it and give it at least 30 to 45 days of doing it. And if you've done it, put it in the comment section below and be like, I did it. Kyle, you're 100% right, just to show some proof. It will work. 30 to 45 days, do it 3 times a week. Worst case, do it once a week. But ideally, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, just do 3 short videos. It takes none of your time. You're talking like 3-4 minutes of your time. Do it. I promise it will be worth it. The next area, number 4, is going to be events. Kyle, what are you talking about with video events? What I'm talking about is what you're on right now, doing YouTube, LinkedIn Live, right? This is an event. Create an event, record this event, and now you have more short form content to be able to share and create content from, right? So it's all about, the big theme is create one long video and then create shorter pieces of content from that long video, ideally. If you can't do that, if you can't create one long video and chop it up because you don't have the team, the resources, you don't have an agency like us, that's fine. Then just create the shorter content. But you know what's great is creating an event and just recording it. Because then from there, you can do so many things with it. So the event could be a live. Everybody can go on LinkedIn Live. You can do a live on LinkedIn through your company page or your personal profile. You can't do both at the same time. You have to pick one spot and go live on that profile first. On the flip side of it, trade shows. If you guys are doing trade shows, go take videos while you're at the trade show. We were looking at one potential customer. And I'm like, dude, they do a ton of videos. Like, they have a whole team. I think they have a team of 2 or 3. And I'm looking at the videos that they're pushing out there, and the videos of the trade show are just like B-roll footage. So B-roll footage means nobody's speaking, right? A-roll footage is an interview. B-roll footage is nobody speaking. And so it's B-roll footage of the trade show with text on screen with some music to it. That's good, but you know what's better is somebody talking, right? Somebody sharing information, and then use B-roll footage. So ideally, if you look at any videos that we make, you got people talking, B-roll footage showing clips, so it's not one person talking for too long, like I've been doing for the last 36 minutes. It's not just one static person. It's speaking, B-roll footage, back to speaking, different person speaking, more B-roll footage, text on screen, et cetera, et cetera. That's the makeup of a great video. But at trade shows, just do a person talking. Interview the person that you're at the trade show with. Do a first-person shooter style of just talk to the camera yourself, right? Everybody's used to posting the picture, right? The picture of the 4 or 5, 6, 2 people at it. Come visit us at ABC Trade Show. We're here at booth 123. Everybody's doing that. You know what's going to stand out across all those people is to be different. Shoot a video. Hey guys, I'm here at the trade show. Stop by this booth number, blah, blah, blah. Here's some cool things we're doing. We're going to do this giveaway. Check out this cool display that we have. We got this machine in house. We got this pipe bender. We got this, whatever it is. Come check out our booth. It's all about brand awareness and how to stand out. And filming at an event like a trade show is so powerful. You don't have to have a full crew. Some of our clients, we go to those trade shows and film the trade shows for them because you've got 8, 10, 12, 20 salespeople there, plus marketing, plus executives. And they've got a 12,000 square foot booth with their equipment, and we can interview people at those trade shows. That's part of the things that we do, and we get so much content from it. And then you could push it out. If you do it fast enough, you can push it out live that day, right? Create a short video, 30-second, push it out that day. High quality, high resolution, but at a minimum, you guys shooting a video of you being at an event, that's the way to do it. Or just document it, right? If you're like, I don't want to speak on camera, I don't want it to face me, just film your booth. Like you can say, film a lot of, like there's a lot of people at your booth. Take a step back, have somebody take a step back, and then just record it like this and just do some panning shots like that, right? And then post it up there and put it in the description like, getting a lot of attention here at ABC Trade Show for DEF Company. Come visit us at 123 in the hallway A. Like that's what you want to do, standing out. That's what it's all about. And most people are still doing images. Sometimes they're doing videos. You need to say, I'm going to be the different one. I'm going to do a ton of videos. So events work, right? Any sort of events, webinars, back from 2013, 2012 when webinars used to be a thing. You can do webinars so easy now. Just have a form sign up, go live, and just be like, hey, I'm going to bring attention to this. You may be thinking, hey, Kyle, what topics am I going to talk about? Go back to what I said in the beginning. There are tons of topics. It does not matter what your service or your product is. Grab a salesperson and be like, pretend like this camera is a potential customer. Or if you're like, I can't talk to a lens, like how I'm looking in the lens right now. Hopefully I'm on the right camera. Lara's giving me the heads up. I'm looking to the lens right now, right in the center. And if somebody can't do that because they're not used to it, then all you do is have somebody sit to the right or left and ask them questions. So if I just change my eyes to look to the right like that, and I know I move my head, but if I'm looking at you and I look to the right to the person, you can't really tell. Or if you just say, let's just go all the way. So I'm going to face this way. I'm going to answer these questions and just push that out there. Like, what's one thing that you're excited about this year that in the services that you're offering? Ask questions of someone or just go through your pitch. Just be like, hey, new potential customer. What do you guys got going on? Hey, something that we're seeing in this industry is this service or this product that we have works out. Or I wanted to share with you guys some new technology that we're coming out with, and just give a presentation like you would to a potential customer. Just do it live. So events work, they get attention. Now let's talk about where the rubber meets the road, right? This is where we want to make some money. Lead gen. So I can 100% guarantee you that if you do this strategy, and you put the videos on your website and you push them out onto social and you do events, if you just do those 4 things, you 1000% will make money and it'll generate revenue for your company and opportunities. 1000%. Even if you do the strategy right and you put it on the website, that's going to bring in opportunities because you're going to stand out. Let's say you don't want to do it to the website, you just want to push it out on social, that will also make opportunities for you. If neither of those are your jam and you just want to do events, well, you need to do events on social media, right? So you have to be doing both of these. You can't just think that I'm going to create an event And all these people are going to see it if you don't normally post on LinkedIn. So you got to be on social first. Then you create an event from that. You invite people to the event. They watch it, they engage, you deliver compelling content that teaches them something. Then you get potential opportunities from it. But let's go hardcore lead gen. Lead gen, if you're looking to just generate leads, which everybody's looking to generate leads, but if you're like, I need some foolproof methods, we're going to look at 3 areas. Number 1 is going to be email. Number 2 is going to be PPC. And number 3 is going to be the trade shows. Make that arrow so everything looks the same. So email marketing. What am I going to do? Videos for email marketing. Yeah, you're going to do video marketing for it, right? If you create the strategy, step 1, and you create some content that can help people and is valuable, that's what it's about. You don't want to make these videos about a pitch, right? People will just naturally come to you and be like, oh, I saw this technology, I saw this video, I want to look more into this. So just create those videos, and for placement, share them out through emails. And you don't have to do the full thumbnail and be like, check out this new video, etc. It can just be plain text. Check out this new video about some technology release for your industry, and a hyperlink to that video that's embedded and uploaded through YouTube. That works out great. Now you can track clicks, you can track watch time on a specific day if you get a lot of activity. This is what works. You want to try and stand out. It can't just be the same regurgitation on your emails where you're just like, check us out, line card, here's something new we're doing, some service that we're offering, case study. Like, you can do all those things, but if you really want to stand out, have a strong value-driven piece of content in video and hyperlink it into a video or hyperlink it into an email. This stuff works, and you're able to trick it, click it. They're allowed to click it, and you can track it. Next one's going to be PPC. Everybody's used to PPC running with text ads. Have you tried video ads? Have you tried a 15 or a 20 or a 10-second video ad to drive people into your ads? So this is going to work great on social. It's going to work great on YouTube. Well, how am I going to find my target audience on YouTube? YouTube's a little bit more difficult, as is Facebook, because you're going based off of behavior and interests and not like job title and function. But with videos and LinkedIn doing it for PPC, I can upload a list of 1,000 companies and say, only show this ad to 1,000 people. And this is the ad that I'm going to show. So we're doing it. We've been doing it, and it works out well, right? You can be very strategic and specific on the branding and the voice and what you're trying to go after. If you're like, I want to go after the med device space, I'm going to create a short video, 15 seconds for med device that speaks to our technology with med device. I'm going to upload a list of 1,000 med device companies into LinkedIn, and they're going to see this video in the middle of their feed while they're scrolling. Works out great. But everybody's always used to like the graphics, and I feel like it's because it's easier, right? It's easier to create a graphic. You can go into Canva, and a marketer can go into Canva, create a graphic, and just throw it up there, words on it. You don't need somebody that's like a graphics designer to do it. Everybody can be a graphics designer. It's not going to be necessarily the same quality, but let's say the quality doesn't matter that much. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's on point with your brand, so it's fine. But you can create that. But with videos, it's a little bit more difficult. Not anybody can just create a video. Technology is coming up to where you can make it a lot easier these days, but people shy away from it. So think about videos with your PPC. And the last thing is with trade shows. If you are doing a trade show, you want to try and film as much of that trade show to document it, document the conversations, the fun, the giveaways, your vibe, the look, the feel, the stuff that you're bringing, all that stuff. You want to document it first. So that way next year when you're doing that trade show, you can drip out videos talking about that trade show that you were at last year. You've already got content for it. It doesn't have to be a person talking in an office or a studio that's like, be sure to come to IMTS 2024, FabTech 2024, NPE 2024. Meet us there. It's like you can have B-roll footage of you at last year's trade show or at a different trade show, and you can talk about it there. So you want to look at video and say, like, how many different things can I do with this? At a bare minimum, capture the moment and capture content. If you're going to be filming stuff that you're like, I don't know what this is going to be used for at a trade show, then, and let's just say you're using your phone, don't go vertical, turn that thing horizontal, put it on a tripod, like hold it like this and do panning shots. At least capture the content of it for B-roll footage. Just make sure it's steady. That way you have something. But this can be used to promote the trade shows. So if you guys want an example of one of the cool videos that we created for one of our companies, right now we're going to take a quick break. This is a hype video we created for one of our customers. I think it turned out awesome. The customers love it. And so far, the market has been like, dude, this is some badass video content. So check it out. We'll be right back to answer those comments. All right, guys, we're back. Hopefully you liked that video. That's just one. With that specific video, we just took a compilation of different footage that we shot, and that's what we call a hype video. It's like, what, 30, 45 seconds long? Minute-long hype video for that client, just trying to show this is the vibe, this is what they're at, this is what they're all about. These are things that we do every single day for our customers, so we know what we're talking about. Let's go to the comments. If you guys haven't asked your question yet, put them in that comment section, because once we're done going through the comments, we jump off because we got tons of stuff to do.
Let's see what kind of comments we have. Let's see.
Laura's behind the mic today, not Riley. Laura's taking it over.
We have from Tim Drinkwater, what's the best way to create quality follow-along subtitles for our muted scrollers?
So the best way, what do you think, Laura? Opus Clips?
That's the main one that we're using right now.
Okay.
If you want to go like the full automation route.
Oh yeah. But what's that one that we used to use before?
We used to use Zubtitle.
Yeah, so Zubtitle, Z-U-B title, is a great like entry-level way to do it. I think it's like $25 a month, $30 a month. You just upload the video. It's going to auto-generate the captions. You can go through there and just like make little tweaks to it, but it does all the formatting for you. So it formats it for vertical if that's what you want. It creates the captions. I think you can still change the look, the feel, the color of it, the style of the captions, but Zubtitle is the best entry level. We use something built into Adobe nowadays that gives us more power, more content, but Zubtitle is what we used to use. And there's tons out there. If you do like, type in Zubtitle, Z-U-B title, and you'll see people running ads against like whatever the phrase is. It's like auto captioning short videos. Just Google search that. Look at the people running ads. Look at the people organically. I can personally speak to Zubtitle. We used it for probably what, a year, 2 years? Probably 2 years using it. And Zubtitle worked out fine, but it just didn't have the power that we're at now with our production value. It just didn't have the power to be able to keep up.
See, Sai said they're so excited for this. Tuesdays are exciting for me.
All right, Sai. Sai's been joining us live, just like Mr. Drinkwater. If you guys are looking for what Mr. Drinkwater has to offer from a service standpoint, hit him up. We love promoting the community here and making this a tight-knit group. Anybody new coming to it, put those comments in there. Don't be shy. Throw it out there.
I'm acting like a newbie over here with these camera buttons.
Dang, Laura's the OG. She was there when we first started doing full production scale with lives, when it wasn't just me doing everything. Laura took over and she did it for what, a year and a half? Solely it was just me and Laura doing the lives, and now she's passed that torch on to the rest of the team.
Except for today. Luke Hooten says, great point about the vertical format.
All right, Luke. Yeah, you got to go vertical. So something we did, I think it was 2 years ago, on our vertical format, we were going off of Zubtitle's format, and they wanted to put like a banner at the top and like a banner at the bottom, and the video gets too squatty and short. And so we were going horizontal. And then Laura, almost 2 years ago, said, you know what? We should go full vertical with it and remove the banner. Tested it out. It worked best. So that is what we're going with for at least the next foreseeable future, is full vertical. No, but don't take up the space, right? Don't don't shorten out your content. Do the full video. Don't put banners, just put captions on it.
Yeah, probably vertical videos until they make phones look different.
Yeah, which hopefully that's coming eventually.
Let's see, we've got on my end it says LinkedIn user. Let me see if I can't find
What's
out
the
who
comment?
it is. They say embedded video on LinkedIn works.
Yeah, so that's Andy Malang.
I've been able to post videos over 2 minutes in length.
Yeah, there you go. That's the way it's at, Andy. You know how it is, right? Upload those videos natively into LinkedIn, and you can post longer videos. Just make sure that you're trying to capture the audience, right? 2 minutes is a long time for a video, so just make sure your content is good enough to capture them.
Tim Drinkwater says, great hype video, MFG Tribe. I agree.
Thank you, Tim. Laura agrees. Laura wasn't even the one that made it. It was somebody on her team, but she was a pivotal part in the theory and the strategy behind it.
Tim also says, how do you keep all of the recordings sorted, indexed, and organized so that you can make future use of your content library and find things easily?
That is a great question for Laura, who manages all of our Google Drive stuff. So Laura, how do you organize it right now?
We just download all of our recordings and we keep everything on an external hard drive. And then we also back it up to Google Drive. So you want to make sure you have everything in 2 places. And then it's just really like a scavenger hunt of folders, like everything's like dated and categorized, and that way you can just like go back in there and find whatever you're looking for whenever you need it.
Yeah, so we do it. So we have, from a system standpoint, we've got portable hard drives, big hard drives, and we have a whole server with like 20 terabytes roughly of space. It's backed up, and then it's also triple backed up to Google Drive in the cloud. So we've got backup on backup on backup, because we don't want to lose the footage. But what Laura's talking about is that in our folder structure, you've got, so like we've got client name and then the shoot of it, what we call it. And then from there, you've got A cam, B cam, any graphics that we're putting, those are all separate folders. So it's no different than, like, our folder structure is very similar to what a manufacturing or industrial company would do, because the way I set us up with Revs originally, with the way that we name folders, was based on my engineering experience. But Laura's taking it over, so she would say, like, what type of video is this? Is this like a long form video? Maybe you have folders for that, depending on what you're doing with it, Tim. And then maybe you can set it by date. So 3/18/24, that date video. Or if you're talking about website videos, just have a folder that says website, and here's the videos for the website, and name the actual file, so that way it's easier to find it. Because like Laura said, it's a scavenger hunt to figure out what footage do I want to use. So the way that we do it is we dump all of that footage into Adobe and start building out the timeline in Premiere Pro. So a little bit more in depth than somebody doing it on their own. But really, it's just name the file something that you're going to remember it and put it into a folder and subfolders that make most amount of sense for you. There's no one size fits all, but just keep it as structured as possible. Then once you're done, you're like, this is a finished video. What we do is we have a folder that says posted and not yet posted, or something like that. So we know once this short form video content, an MC micro content, has been posted, that video file is then moved into the posted folder of the subfolder that it's in. So we know what's left. We've got, and we're producing a lot of videos, 35 a week. So for us to keep us sane for our own marketing, we need to move those into, like, this has been scheduled to post. Okay, this has now been posted, so that we would know, has this been pushed out onto YouTube, LinkedIn, email, etc., yes or no, and that's the fastest way for us to check it. It's no different than what you would do, Tim, with your, like if you guys have drawings, part files, 3D models, anything like that, you're going to have like client and then a subfolder on a project, and then from there you're going to say a specific project, and then 2D, 3D. It's the same type of structure.
That's all the comments that I have right now.
All right, guys, if you have some last minute comments, put them in the comment section. If not, then I will wrap some things up. So for those of you that got some value out of this content, share it with somebody that you know. And if you could, please head over to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and turn on notifications. If you guys want to listen to this in podcast form, go to any major podcast platform, type in Industrial Sales and Marketing with me, and you will find it. Are we good to close it out? So stay tuned. If you guys haven't signed up for the webinar tomorrow, Wednesday, 2 o'clock, be sure to sign up for it. We will put do we have a graphic for that?
No, there's a link though.
There's a link that Laura's going to throw onto the comment section. So just look for that. We're going to go in depth into LinkedIn automation. I'm going to show all the secrets, all the tips and tricks to show you guys exactly how we're using it on a daily basis. There is no, we can't show it on live because of privacy type stuff. So I'm going to show you guys everything that we do, how we use the tools, how it works, etc. tomorrow on that webinar. If you're like, dude, I don't want to do that, I just want to watch you live. Again, next Tuesday, we will be back live for the next industrial marketing topic. So please head over to YouTube, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and we will see you on the next one.